Speedway Motorsports, can you explain a little bit of like what that is and what you guys accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, we consider ourselves the leader when it comes to motorsports entertainment in the country. We have 11 major motorsports complexes across the country. We're doing 60 major consumer events a year that are ticketed for consumer revenue. And that's where FanThreeSixty kind of comes in for us, as far as, you know, helping all of us build the right audiences, the right touch points, making sure that the data is 100% accurate for anything we're doing for our corporate partners, which are a big part of our overall revenue picture and partnerships.
So not only is it your sales department, but it's your corporate sales department too. So it's not the day-to-day people, but then the bigger picture for corporate sponsors like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We work with everybody in the Fortune 500, it feels like, but also every small, partner is important to us. And so, the biggest thing for us is making sure they're getting their return on their investment from marketing with us. FanThreeSixty comes into the picture for us in helping us get the right brand messages to the right fans. That could be anything from geolocation to demographic targeting. That we want to make sure that they know, this is a program our partners are putting into the market, and we want them to take the appropriate action to help our partner get the revenue as well.
Nick, can you explain a little bit about how different your sales cycle is, being a motorsports and not a traditional like sporting team like football or baseball?
Yeah, we are not a traditional stick and ball sport. We have events, essentially every weekend in our company. Primarily, our team in consumer sales is really getting after our major NASCAR events, and we have 15 of those nationwide throughout the year. And the NASCAR season gets started essentially in February. That's when we actually have our first race at Echo Park Speedway, and generally we end the season, the NASCAR season, so to speak, in October. But we're selling more than 365 days a year because our team, at least the consumer sales side of it, is primarily retention. 95% of their daily output is reaching out to fans with the help of FanThreeSixty, organizing what fans that we're reaching. So obviously creation of audiences are really integral with how we segment and attack throughout the year. Once our event happens, while the event, quite frankly, is happening, and even the weekend before, we're already selling for the next year. So that's why we kind of coin it as we're selling more than just the 365 days a year. We don't have really the traditional cadence of our first go at it is only season tickets, then our next go at it is only group tickets, and then finally the last step is individual tickets. We're doing that all simultaneously. Not only are we retaining, but we're working with our marketing leads to acquire new fans. We utilize, obviously, FanThreeSixty quite a bit in terms of knowing who our fans are, how long they've been coming, propensity to lead us to new fans through things like referrals. But ultimately, we're not your traditional stick and ball. The great thing about what we do is try to create the relationships, and FanThreeSixty allows us to put great detailed notes so that when we go to reach out to them again, whether that's through primarily a phone call, we understand where we left off with them, because we're not talking to the same fan each and every day. We have so many fans that we need to reach out to during a full slate of a year. So keeping the notes, staying organized through our audience creation, we can pick up where we left off, try to create that relationship along the way. But then the texting that FanThreeSixty allows us to do at the same time is just another layer for us to stay in touch with the fan, whether they want us to give them a call, and we kind of go down that road because we can go ahead and see what their preference of contact is as well, and we're gonna start where their preference is. So what's great about it as well is we do so many multi-campaigns, so we're not just running a retention campaign because we have 15 major NASCAR events throughout the year. We have 4 NHRA events throughout the year as well. So at one track, we may be retaining fans to come back to a race that we have in 30 days. Simultaneously, we just finished a race at another one of our properties. So, you know, we're again, I say retain, but we're trying to get them back for a whole nother calendar year, you know, in advance. So, and then if you want to add another layer to that, we, you know, not only do we have our major renewal programs, or, you know, that's what we call our retention, we have win back. So this is a lapsed fan. This is a fan that ultimately, by the data, they took a year off. So, you know, hypothetically, they came in 2025, they didn't come in 2026. We're enticing them to come back through another campaign, and the programs that we set up within FanThreeSixty keep us focused. We look at the data. Generally, we don't go back more than 2 years. So if a fan came in, let's say, you know, 2024 and or 2025, and they didn't come in 2026, they're generally the ones that we're attacking, you know, fairly quickly and enticing them to come back too. So it's a multi-pronged approach. It's happening, you know, all year round. There's no downtime. Yes, granted, the NASCAR season ends, you know, generally in the fall, but we're already selling at the beginning of the year for already all of, you know, the next year